Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Thursday, every other Thursday, that means the good folks from the Board of County Commissioners for Marion County come in, or they send a very, very capable substitute when Commissioner Kathy Bryant can't be here. And this morning they sent us Roger Waddell. He is the public relations specialist with the county. Roger, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tom. Appreciate you having me on with you today.
Let's start right away and get into it. It's a national month, and it's a national month that I've been part of this group in every city I've lived in. I know your boss, well, not your boss, but you used to work for him. I know Jim Couillard real well. It's National Park and Recreation Month.
That's right, Tom. The board proclaimed the month of July as National Parks and Recreation Month at yesterday's board meeting. This is sponsored through the NRPA, which is the National Recreation and Parks Association. This year's theme is Rise Up for Parks and Recreation, and highlights all the ways that Parks and Recreation staff work to make communities across the nation stronger and more vibrant. So throughout July, our Parks and Rec team will be highlighting individuals who rise up in the name of service. And additionally, there will be an event at Ray Wayside Park and Kearney Island called Donation Days, where citizens are encouraged to bring in non-perishable goods in lieu of paying an entry fee. And all these donations will benefit Interfaith, Emergency Services, and Reddick. So the month will come to an end on July the 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the future Reddick Park, adjacent to the Reddick Public Library. So just a note, there will be bounce houses, free food, and of course adoptable pets courtesy of Marion County Animal Services.
So this month is National Park and Recreation Month. And, you know, when you talk about all that the staff do, people think, oh, park and recreation, oh, they run ball teams and they do athletics. And there's so much more that goes into park and rec.
It's very in-depth.
than just making sure you got umpires on the field for ball games and stuff like that. You know, Park and Recs overseas, they coordinate to get the grasses cut in all these places, to get these fields taken care of.
That's right.
They make sure that the water's they coordinate with groups to make sure water is swimmable, right. So you can get into places like Kearney Island, and you can get into the KP holes that we have and everything. It's not it's such a vast array of things that they do, and you know firsthand because before you were in public relations, you were with Park and Recs for Marion County.
That's right. That's right. So it's the inner workings that go on behind the scenes are very vast, and our Parks and Recreation Department does a splendid job going out there, not just making sure that your ball fields are cut and lined, which obviously that is a huge part of it, but making sure that everything is clean and everything is viable.
Parking lots are safe. The lights are working.
That's correct.
Stuff people forget those street lamps that are in parking lots to make them safe and well lit, so you can use parks well after the sun goes down. The ones that are open after the sun goes down.
The ones that are open. That's
right.
Correct.
Somebody at Park and Rec took care of that light to make sure it was working.
That's
or
correct.
coordinated with the county services that will come out and fix the light if it was broken and everything. It's not just about making sure you can use the park. It's making sure everything in the park is usable.
And safe. That's right.
Yeah, so glad that they're recognizing them. And, I got introduced formally. I'd known who he was, but I hadn't worked in close concert with him. Jim Couillard, who is the head of the Marion County Parks and Recreation Department, until I was on the task force that we're going to talk about now, and that's the litter task force. Give us an update on that.
So we do have a litter update for you. Obviously, here in Marion County, litter in our community is a massive and huge concern.
Huge.
In May alone, over 169,000 pounds of litter was collected across Marion County.
Wait, can I give you a little caveat to that?
Give it to
That's me. Only the it's like 80 something. That's all of Marion County, but there's so much of it that doesn't get patrolled because it's such a vast county that we theorize that number is actually way low because of how vast the county is. You can't collect the whole county in 1 month's time, given the staff you guys have to do it with and everything. So that number, while it's a huge number, probably smaller than the actual amount of litter that's in Marion County during 1 month.
Unfortunately, that is kind of the battle that we are, combating right now.
Yeah.
And this is why the litter task force and those folks are so important to helping make Marion County a cleaner county.
And this is just what Marion County collected. This doesn't count what is collected by the private groups that go out and clean up the roads and everything. This is just what community service workers, Marion County employees, and inmates collected.
That's correct. So those and to break those numbers down, we had over 78,000 pounds of litter collected by our community service workers. 73,000 pounds were collected by county staff and contract employees. And then, our inmates collected over 19,000 pounds. So additionally, code enforcement officers conducted over 36 investigations just in May following up on illegal dumping concerns. So that's also a concern as well. The Litter Task Force, which obviously we know that you're a part of, Tom, is preparing to bring back recommendations before the commission at the second meeting in July.
2 weeks from now.
Yes, that you just mentioned. We did have a meeting yesterday, actually, because of the holiday. Normally we have them on the first and third Tuesdays of the month, but we had it yesterday because of the holiday. And so the second meeting in July will be hearing those recommendations, or the board will. And then the Litter Task Force is our county's way of helping combat the litter problem with our community, which we've already mentioned. And please look for that update here in the near future at that next meeting.
Yeah, it's a meeting where the Litter Task Force is going to be recognized and everything, and unfortunately, I won't be there.
Well, Tom,
what time's the meeting?
All the meetings always start at 9 a.m.
Where am I at 9 a.m.s on Tuesday mornings?
You are going to be over at McPherson
No,
campus.
I'll be here.
Oh, you're going to be here.
Because I have a job that, unfortunately, it's just me. I have to run the radio show. So.
Well, what you can do is if you go on your computer and you want to live stream the commission meeting to hear these updates, you can obviously do that at marionfl.org to way you can hear your commission meeting.
Now, here's one of the most important things that the county commission does every year. And I'm always amazed at how few people attend these, because it's only our tax dollars that we're talking about. Budget workshops start soon.
Budget workshops are starting next week. So as you may know, the county commission is responsible for establishing the budget for 23 different departments and and offices that make up county government. So, i.e. the public library systems, animal services, fire rescue, parks and recreation, so on and so forth. The county commission approves the budget for 5 independent constitutional offices as well. So that's like the clerk of the circuit court and comptroller, property appraiser, the sheriff, and the supervisor of elections and tax collector.
Not the school board, people. Not the school board.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Those are separate. But the constitutional offices, each officer makes its own budgeting, funding priorities, staff salaries, and purchasing decisions, but that works in conjunction with our county commission. So the county commission is not involved in budgets of operations of the Marion County Public Schools, as you just mentioned, the cities of Ocala, Dunellen, and Bellevue, and of course the towns of Reddick and McIntosh.
Because they're their own entity, folks. So the county commission, do not call the county commission office because you think the school board made a bad decision on its budget. It's not the county commission's fault.
But if you do give us a call, that's okay. We'll get you headed in the right direction.
Exactly.
No problem. But anyway, so starting next week, the Marion County Commission begins its annual budget workshops. The workshops are scheduled to go through July the 29th. During budget workshops, the County Commission reviews the department's proposed budgets and, again, gives additional direction. The public can watch these workshops live at marionfl.org or watch recorded video after the workshop is completed. So you can do both. You can watch it live or you can even watch it after. For the full list of dates and more information, please visit marionfl.org/our-county/budget.
That's a mouthful there. marionfl.org/our-county/budget.
Yes, sir.
So, this podcast thing, I guess it's catching on everywhere.
Well, you kind of started a trend here, Tom.
No, I do a radio show.
Well, you can still watch it though. You can.
You can watch.
You can watch. Yeah.
The Marion Minute. I've actually watched the last four or five episodes to catch up.
Wonderful.
To see what was going on. Tell us about the Marion Minute podcast.
So we're very excited about the Marion Minute podcast. The Marion Minute podcast will release a new episode this Friday, July the 8th. This week's episode features the following topics. It's a PTSD recap of the PTSD awareness event that we just had at the county. There's a deep dive into the culture of Marion County's workforce and an interview with our Parks and Recreation team in honor of National Parks and Recreation Month. It's hosted by Dr. Matthew Creedle. He actually has a PhD in communications from the University of Florida. He's a very enthusiastic guy, does a wonderful job with it. And keep an eye out for the Marion Minute podcast every other week and stay in the know about all things Marion County. Learn about what's going on through interviews, upcoming events, and much, much more.
Well, let me ask you this. If I had a topic I wanted to hear discussed, can I make a suggestion to Marion County somehow, and will that end up on one of these podcasts?
Well, so we do have a suggestion box that you can reach out to. You can reach out to our public relations email, which is publicrelations@marionfl.org. Shoot us an email with a suggestion, and we will absolutely consider that. And if it's relevant to the topics of Marion County, we'd love to have you or any individual on to talk about Marion County and what we do in this wonderful county. So, yes, absolutely. We would love to hear that. Also, you can learn more, again, going to our website at marionfl.org/Marion Minute. And episodes will release every 2 weeks and can be accessed via Podbean, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible.
So you can get them a lot of different places.
Lots of different places.
We talk about this every time you come on. It's because the county shelter is now a no-kill shelter, has been for a couple, 3 years now, which means that you fill up kind of. You stay almost at capacity or at capacity all the time. Are we there right now still?
So we are right at the cusp. We're right at the cusp. As you know, Marion County Animal Services is, as you said, a no-kill shelter and must maintain a 90% live release rate. So just so we can break that down a little bit, what does that mean? So that means that, unfortunately, sometimes there are animals that cannot be saved, whether it be through disease or physical maiming, that they are unable to be saved. And those animals have to be, for lack of a better term, put down in order to make sure that it's humane. But if the animal is able to go into a home, those animals are given shelter and provided an avenue to where they can be adopted. So I just wanted to give a little bit of perspective on what that no-kill means exactly. And, of course, in addition to very recent intake of some neglected animals, our Animal Services Department has taken an average of 50 animals in each weekend for the past few weeks. So that's quite a few animals: cats, dogs, pigs, horses, you name it, they take it. Like many other animal shelters and rescues across Florida, they are right at capacity, and we are asking our community to please adopt, don't shop. We don't just have the cats and dogs. We have potbelly pigs and horses and reptiles, you name it. We have an avenue for you, at our Marion County Animal Services
How much are
shelter.
adoptions costing right now?
So, month of July, all adoptions are donation based. So, if you want to pay $10, $5, $1, nothing. If you just want to come in and give an animal your love, attention, and provide a great home, we accept that as well. So you can visit our website and donate there, of course, at marionfl.org/animal, or call Animal Services at 352-671-8700.
Okay, now we got to talk about connectivity. I know that there's a feasibility study doing it for broadband. When is there still time for people that haven't taken advantage of it to take advantage of it, and when does it end?
Yes. So the broadband feasibility study, you still have more time to get your e-checkup done. So it's an e-checkup. That's what you need to do. We're partnering with a company, Televate, to conduct the broadband feasibility study, which will help determine where new improved broadband services are needed throughout the county, but we need your help. We're asking everyone to participate in the e-checkup to let us know what sort of internet services you currently have and how you feel about it. This information will help us better determine where improved internet services are needed and where the opportunities for new services need to be. There are two separate e-checkups, one for households and one for businesses. So if you have a business, a small business, a large business, and of course your own private property, two e-checkups need to be done. And then please note that we understand that it takes a bit of time to complete this checkup, but the data gathered is very important for improving our community's connectivity. And again, if you want to know more information about that, you can visit our website, marionfl.org/broadband.
So that's where we're at with the meeting that just happened and all. Let's talk a minute about, though, people are always asking about, we get updates from the county engineer's office all the time about road closures, lane closures, temporary lane closures and everything. I say it till I'm blue in the face, but I want you to talk about it as well. People are concerned. They go, well, like today, I did a Northeast Jacksonville Road lane closure. And yesterday we got a email from the County Office of Engineer that was going to be through August 31st. This morning we got a new email, so it was going to be through September 9th. That it has been extended. Just tell people these aren't explain to people that these aren't arbitrary numbers, that a lot goes into this. The engineers, they readjust these because of weather, inclement. There's all kind of things that can come up that make these deadlines either get faster or extend.
So deadlines with road closures, unfortunately, they're going to be fluid. And, our engineers put in work that goes deep into the night. They're away from their families. They're not doing this just to upset the folks in Marion County or to make them feel like their
leave that road closed another week just to aggravate everybody.
That's not the case. In fact, we're trying to make it easier and better, and for the growth that's occurring here in Marion County, we have to sometimes be fluid with those dates, whether it be through something where we are using or building a road or remaking a road to make it safer and better for the community as we grow and get better as a community. So I know that that's probably not the exact answer that a lot of folks would like to hear, but unfortunately these things happen, especially with road construction and crews and making sure
it
that
is
we're doing
outdoors,
the
by
right
the way.
Well, as you know, this time of year it rains almost every day. So,
and it does, but just people go, well, I don't know about this rain every day. It didn't rain over where I'm at. Just because it doesn't rain where you're at doesn't mean it didn't rain where the construction site was.
Sure.
Because it rains different. But I think sometimes people get frustrated with the traffic and all. And I try to explain to them that's why the county engineers close these roads, is they're trying to alleviate the traffic. It may be short term, there may be some traffic backups because of it, but the overall goal is to alleviate traffic backup.
Right, and I mean, again, our engineers are adjusting to the massive growth in populace here in Marion County.
Constantly.
It has grown exponentially and is continuing to grow. And we have to, as a county, adjust to that growth and to that mass. And with growth comes more cars. And with more cars comes adjustments within the roadways.
Yeah, and people go, well, what's my 1 cent sales tax doing? I don't see my 1 cent sales tax doing anything. What would you say to people that say that? Because I hear that a lot. People said, you may think it's working, the 1 cent sales tax, Tom's working, but it's not working for me. And then I go, well, have you driven down 326 lately? Have you driven down 475B lately? I give a lot of roads that I know. Yeah, there's still roads that need help, but a lot of roads have been helped already.
Well, sometimes the roads that people are even speaking of, they could be a private road that they don't understand as a
city owned.
It could be a city-owned road. It could be a state-owned road. So that's always a differential. I mean, a lot of folks like to hone in on those specific roads that might affect them, but they are maybe moving in the wrong direction. But that's okay. We can help them move in the right direction if they give us a call. Or they can shoot us an email, and we can absolutely get you moving in the right direction as it pertains to your roads. And furthermore, to answer your question about how the penny sales tax is broken down, you can visit our website at marionfl.org, and it literally breaks down how each of your tax dollars are broken down, and it provides a great explanation of where all that money is going throughout the county.
And remember, folks, 30% of that 1 cent sales tax you didn't pay for anyway. People who visit our community and pass through help our fund by paying the sales tax as they pass through and everything. So we want to be thankful to those folks that we don't have to pay. We're only paying 70%. We're not paying the whole dollar. 30% of that. 30 cents on the dollar is paid by people that don't even live in Marion County.
Well, again, having folks come in and visit Marion and the beautiful, not just the scenery, but our rivers and our basically the majestic site that Marion County is. This is why so many people want to come and live here, Tom.
Ecotourism is off the chain in this county.
Outstanding.
It is. It
Outstanding.
Really is.
So it's something that, yes, we are grateful for, and we do appreciate those visitors coming in, and we want them to continue to come in and help with the growth and development of our county in a positive direction.
We got about a minute left. I just can't give people enough understanding of how important it is. If you want to know things about things like the sales tax, and you want to know things about where money's being spent and how it's being allocated to 23 different departments, I challenge you to go to these workshops that are coming up. When are the budget workshops again? They start next week, right?
They start next week, and they go, I believe it's through July the 29th there. You can go through the July 29th, the workshops are scheduled, and you can go through there and see how your tax dollars are being spent through each department and through the budgets that they propose, and, of course, through the constitutional offices as well. You'll be able to see exactly where it goes. But it's very important to remember that the Marion County Public Schools and the cities within Marion County and towns, they have their own budget that is brought in through different sources other than county funds.
Yeah, keep that in mind. 23 different departments plus the 5 constitutional officers, the tax collector, the property appraiser, clerk of courts,
tax collector,
and the sheriff.
Supervisor of elections.
Yeah, supervisor of elections and the sheriff. So keep that in mind as Wesley Wilcox has to send out 176,000 new addresses. Thanks for being here.
I really appreciate it, Tom.
Talk to you soon, Roger.
You got it.
We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
USA Radio News with Tim Berg.
First-time claims for unemployment benefits are up. Labor Department figures out show 235,000 Americans filed initial claims last week. States with the biggest increases in claims were New Jersey, Massachusetts, Ohio, Kentucky, and Missouri. The sharpest declines were in California, Texas, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. facing accusations that he elevated a conservative member of parliament to a top job. Even though he was aware of sexual misconduct allegations, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announces his resignation.
It is clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister.
The national average price for a gallon of gas has fallen to $4.75 a gallon. USA Radio News.
Extendivite really works. Here's just a few testimonials from Amazon. RL, 5 stars. Been taking this for 2 months now. I feel better, have more energy. April, my husband started taking Extendivite, and he said he feels much better and has more energy. EW, need to try. Everyone needs this for their health. Great product, great people. Josie, it works great. This product has made my blood pressure and cholesterol stable. I highly recommend it. JC, great product, has worked well these last few years. To get your Extendivite today, go to extendivite.com. That's XTENDOVITE.com or call us at 1-877-928-8822.
Extend your life with Extendo.